She never gets an award. She never gets an award except that it will be paid for. And I have explained in my other video how she's paying for these awards. If you happen to watch it, you can watch it. But these are all paid for. These are all fake. These are all kind of like, I mean, this is the level of corruption going on with these organizations who are giving award to people. The show, I have this piece, let's read from this. The show received poor reviews, Meghan's show, from several major outlets, including a 38% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and descriptions calling it sterile and intolerable. Controversy over renewal. Royal commentator highlight that despite PR attempts to frame the show's conclusion as a strategic move to grow the brand, quote unquote, it was effectively cancelled after one season. What else do you need as a proof to show that this is a flop show? Why she's receiving this award? Of course, again, as I said, it was paid for. Royal commentators reflect on the broader state of award shows, arguing that they have become increasingly disconnected from audience sentiment and now function more like popularity contests among elites rather than indicators of quality. Corruption. This is all about PR, not quality, not skill, not talent. This is all about good PR, getting some attention from public, because these organizations, these people are so pathetic. Now, Brittany of Royal News Network, she has a YouTube channel. She argues that this nomination is likely a pity nod and unlikely to lead to a professional resurgence for Meghan Markle. She doesn't have any professional career, let alone researching anything for that matter. Royal commentator characterized the series as boring, overproduced, and lacking in compelling storytelling or genuine charisma. Royal commentator notes that despite having a large crew of 80 and significant resources, the show failed to capture a wide audience. Big time. I mean, this is a big time disaster. Royal commentator highlight a significant drop in viewership between the first season and subsequent releases, with the series failing to break top rankings on Netflix. If it could not make it to Netflix in terms of rankings, in the top, how it is making to this kind of award, to this kind of Emmy award? Unbelievable, right? Royal commentator assert that the high production cost compared to low engagement made it a financial disappointment. Analysts point out that with Love, Meghan did not receive nominations in other technical or individual categories like directing, editing, or hosting, categories where competing programs in the same genre were recognized. So you can clearly see the corruption here. You can clearly see how she bought this. Unbelievable. Now, Royal commentator suggests that Hollywood and trade publications have largely disengaged from Harry and Meghan's media projects, arguing that the industry is more interested in satisfying DEI requirements than in the quality of the content produced. Okay, so here's the thing. Emmy Award, like all of these things, happening at a time when we see Meghan and Harry did not recognize, or they were not recognized, I should say, by Hollywood communities. Even one single person did not recognize ever for her work on camera. There is absolute zero credential. And then all of a sudden you have a word given to her, something beyond pathetic. Take a listen at this one, how people are now mocking this whole thing.
Has actually landed a Daytime Emmy nomination for her Netflix show with Love, Meghan. What did this come down to? It must have been the flower sprinkles.
Oh, it was the flower sprinkles. It was my campaign. You had to go the campaign. Get Charles and Harry.
So just want to make a quick point here, guys. We see sometimes that she will bring her children, okay, especially Lily, surrogate invisible child, to make a promotion. This shows that she is really interested in publicity. Okay, forget about Emmy award or whatever. Forget about that. The fact that she always involves her children whenever she can, it talks to the point we're always making, and that is that she is more interested in publicity than her product, than her business venture, whatever that means for her. This nomination is a clear indication that Meghan always wanted to be recognized. Okay, she doesn't have any substance, but she wanted to go for the name and the fame, the free ride of it. Take a listen.
Reunited. Give Meghan her credit for the jams and the flower sprinkles. So yes, it's breaking news. I sent that little story just before we came on air. Basically, she's earned a daytime Emmy nomination for her Netflix show. I'll tell you what, the audience, it doubled because you and I were watching it, so we could talk about it. Basically, what happened, this is the outstanding lifestyle program category for With Love Meghan on Tuesday. I'll tell you what, our segments on Sky News will be nominated next year. You watch that. That'll be good. But the interesting thing, I don't know if you watch these other shows, it's basically competing against a different breed. George to the rescue. Well, that's interesting. I think Prince George could come to the rescue there. Yeah. The Motherhood, which is interesting as well. And The Wizard of Paws. We love those dog stories. Well, a shaggy dog story about Meghan and that ongoing saga. The 53rd is going to be the annual Daytime Emmy Awards. They're going to take place on October the 30th, one day before Halloween, so it won't be a horror show. And as always, it'll be there at the Hollywood Palladium. So keep those fingers crossed, get those flower sprinklers out, and we'll give her a ticker tape parade when she wins.
Okay, we'll watch this space very closely. The things we do for this program.
Well, I hope it doesn't get to that point where they will be actually giving her any award. I hope it will stop at the nomination level, and that she will not be awarded. I don't think, and I think it will be such an humiliation for her if she doesn't win it. I mean, I do not know what Emmy is doing it, but definitely, as I said, people are saying she bought it. She bought the nomination. Can she actually win it? Something that we'll have to find out. But if she doesn't, so what an embarrassment. What an embarrassment.
I'm not sure. We're very committed to it, aren't we? But look, turning to some more serious news when it comes to the royal family, Prince Andrew, the British police, they're investigating former Prince Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, as he's now called. Now, they're reportedly planning to travel to the US to speak with Virginia Giuffre's family. What more can you tell us about this?
Yes, this is ongoing, isn't it? You might remember Andrew was arrested last year on his 66th birthday, but to do with basically misconduct in a public office. At that stage, it was nothing to do with these sexual allegations. The police have now widened their investigation. This is what has been reported in the Times, that they may go to America and they're going to, as you say, talk to the family. And it's going to be interesting to see what comes out. It's not been confirmed, obviously, on that sort of basis. And as always, because he has been arrested and they're trying to gather the evidence, we can't speculate because we have very strict contempt of court rules here. So it's got to work on that sort of basis. But basically, it's going to be her brother and sister-in-law, Amanda Roberts. I think they'll be very pleased that they're
I will be talking or sharing more information on this particular story of Andrew. But for now, just want to focus on really what is happening with the corruption for the Emmy nomination, all that. Meghan, how she's paying for it. I have some comments here, guys. Thank you so much for your comments. Leave a comment in the comment section below. I really love them. And I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.